My project was called Sunken Teeth. The purpose of my project was to find which type of drinks damage people's teeth the most. And my hypothesis was that soda and sports drinks would damage them the most because they have a really high acidity level. So my materials were like regular cups, empty eggshells that have been dried for a week, 6 different types of drinks. I used regular tap water, milk, orange juice, Gatorade, Sprite, and Coke. And then I also had pH strips, which are pH strips, pencil, and paper. Okay, so I first cleaned out the eggshells. So that they were empty, and then they also dried out, so they were hard like your regular teeth enamel, which is the outside of your teeth. I also poured 2 cups of each drink into the cups. Then I did the pH test every day for 5 days. Picture of the pH strips. The picture on the bottom is what pH strips actually are. They're little strips of paper that when you dip in the water, they change color to match what the grid color says it is. And then I recorded the results. So for the results, I found out the water decreased, the pH went higher. Okay, so when it goes down, so 7 is the base, means it's neutral, that's regular tap water. But then the smaller the number is, that's the higher the pH is, and the lower the number is, that's the lower the pH. So I found out that the water had a higher pH. Milk stayed the same. Orange juice had a higher one, but then it got lower. Gatorade had a higher one, but then went lower. And then Coke just went higher, then went lower, and then went back down. So for my average, I found out that Gatorade had the highest pH with a pH of 4, and that water still had a low pH of 6.4, which is about its regular 7. So my observations were that the one in water, they just hardened with like the small little cracks on the top. The ones for milk so the milk sort of separated into the fat and the regular, so that some of the fat got onto the eggshells. Orange juice were really bad because there was like the orange juice separated, but then the orange juice, the fat part also got onto the eggshells. Gatorade, it turned bright red on it. And then for Sprite, it was clear, so I added food coloring to see where parts it hardened. So after I added the food coloring, it was really red all over it, meaning it had changed in color. And then Coke was different shades of brown, and it was cracked. But the errors were, I did it for a minimum period of time because I ran out of pH strips after 5 days. The pH strips were also sort of old because I got them a while ago. So for my conclusion, my hypothesis was right because sports drinks and soda did change your color and texture of your teeth. But orange juice, I found out was the worst because the eggshells were really bad afterwards. Okay, questions?